Now this is a roast in the words of Trinity the Tug. I'm about to go out to the farm now and pluck some chickens and get me some milk. Hi, Milk!
Hi, Yuhua! What's up? Thank you for having me on Bootleg Onions. Very honored to be here.
Bootleg Opinions.
Now this challenge for this episode is a roast. What do you think makes a great roast?
Being funny. I think what I've been learning a lot this season from the judges' critiques of the girls, the positive critiques of the girls, is being comfortable with what the queen is going to say next. Sort of never being on edge if something is gonna land because you just have that comfortable nature with that queen. And so that's what I love this season. The queens are nailing it. Roasts terrify me. I'm not much of a shady girl myself.
If you were to be shady, you would have said, yeah, that's what the production wants us to feel, is that every girl is nailing it because there's no bad edits for anyone.
Yeah, some people have been talking about that they want this sort of format every season. I understand that, but I don't know if I'm on that bandwagon yet.
I'm not on it either. I want some reality, you know?
You're taking part in reality television. You know, give it that reality. Reality.
And who stood out to you during the roast?
I mean, I was cackling with Jinkx. I'm a huge Jaida stan, like Jaida all the way. Even her mistakes, gosh, she's just so charming and so lovely and so wonderful to look at. My eyes just set upon a glamazon.
So your pick is Jinkx, you said? Just Jinkx?
And Jaida.
Jinkx and Jaida, so she picked the best and the worst. I like you.
Oh, yes, yeah. I think with the format, they're sort of just comfortable to just be themselves and not have to put on these airs of anything. And that's really wonderful to watch.
My top twos are Jinkx Monsoon. I thought she was really funny with every joke that she landed. And also the Vivienne as well. I think that the Vivienne would have been in top 2 if it wasn't for her runway.
Oh gosh, I can't remember offhand what her... Oh, I remember.
Yeah, the bootleg Courtney Act wings from your season.
Ouch! Ouch! But they were flowy. They were flowy.
Honey, we are bootleg. We know bootleg when we see bootleg.
Baby.
I also thought that Trinity was really good as well, and the rest, they were fine.
I mean, based off what the edit we saw of Trinity talking about not having done well previously in roasts, and then that story arc of hits it out of the ballpark, because she's funny as f***.
She is funny as f*** too, but when she's put on the spotlight, she freezes up, and I don't know what happens.
Right.
If you remember what happened in the previous roast, some of her iconic lines were, I'm gonna go outside and pluck some chickens. Muy bien. Come on, Pedro. Guess what, Michelle? Everybody poops.
Gold. That's gold. You put some good music behind that, throw some claps, and the world will believe it.
Milk, did you know that where you live affects what contents are streaming on your streaming services?
Oh my god, tell me more.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark, an award-winning VPN. Basically, where you live affects what contents are streaming on your services. For example, our friends in the UK, Canada, Australia, or any parts of the world cannot watch what we watch, and vice versa, ranging from movies, television shows, documentaries, basically anything. All your contents that's shown to you on your streaming services are based on your geography. It is absolutely safe to use, even on public Wi-Fi. And with one subscription, you and your friends can share their accounts and use it in multiple rooms and on multiple devices.
Oh my gosh, I can watch all the content now.
Exactly! You could be missing out on contents that you didn't know that exist. And it's just that simple. All you have to do is change your location to see what other people are watching.
I'm gonna sign up right now.
Go to the link in the description and use the code Yuhua to get 83% off your whole subscription and 3 months free. Plus, there's a 30-day money-back guaranteed. What do you have to lose? Nothing. Category for this runway is Glow Up. We first up have Raja in a beautiful cutout bodysuit with a sickening insect body cage around her. When I first saw this look, I was like, how is this Glow Up? Because initially when I first heard the category, I'm thinking, well, this is probably a redemption look where they do a glow up version of a look that they've done before. And then the lights went out in Georgia, aka the runway, and she was glowing like an alien insect. This is gorgeously done. And her mug and her real hair with this look made her look like a real supermodel walking down the runway. This is a great look for Raja.
I was so lost.
Yeah.
I think with the rest of the world, not realizing that it was going to be like a electric light parade challenge. When she came around the corner, I had the same thoughts. I love that cage, that thoracic buggy thing, the shoes. That was very fun and looked wild to walk in. I kind of want to try and see if I could walk in those. Underneath, I don't know if I'm vibing with the sort of Mugler-esque bodysuit. I understand its place within this look, and I do think it looks good. I think maybe something else could have happened underneath. You know, do you see?
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, I can see it. I can see that with some cutouts at the top only, and the remaining bodysuit is just completely black. It would have given more of a moment for the cage.
Ooh.
But I like it either way, because to me right now, this looks like a dissected insect.
Ooh, cut apart. Can we just talk about this runway theme? I think there are two camps of girls. The girls whose looks look better in the dark lit up, and the girls whose looks look better in the light. I don't know if the technology is there in film and television yet to really show off how these must have looked in person. These looks must have looked so cool, like a Disney electric light parade. Can we say Disney?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we lost a little bit of the magic. Like hers was red, but on my television, it didn't really like shine as bright as I bet it did in person. I do like how they lit up the girls' faces though. Like that must have felt like a very glamour bug beauty moment. Next to the stage, we have Yvie oddly giving us this psychedelic blue mushroom fairy godmother vibe. I have to say I'm very much here for it. I think the layering of lights is amazing. The color is this weird psychedelic like Cinderella. And then I love that she brought up the lights into her hair. I think a lot of the girls could have used a bit more light from head to toe instead of just their body. And I like that she did this. What are your thoughts?
I agree with you about that part that when the lights went out for some girls, you couldn't really see their face because there were no lights or something shining around their face area. I would have never thought till the day that I die, I would see Yvie Oddly wearing a gown that is inspired almost like a pageant gown. This is a fabulous look on her. Now, when I first saw this, I didn't really get mushroom, probably because I don't really dip in that area. But I did see like glaciers, almost like the Arctic ice.
Yes, watch out, Titanic.
And then she started explaining the mushrooms. I was like, okay, cool. And her makeup is really fun with this. It's very iridescent with the colors that's going on with the rest of the outfit. And just like I said before, this is almost inspired like a regular pageant dress, but she made it her way. It is conceptualized and this is unexpected and this is great for Yvie. Her and Willow Pill, they're definitely from the same drag family. But I will say that the only thing that I want to pick apart with this is that around the hips area, I wish that the pieces were a little bit higher, just so that it gives her a better silhouette with proportionalizing and also creating a better hourglass figure.
Yeah, I see that. It still looks like it could be a hip for her, but maybe a little bit higher would have accentuated her like tiniest portion of her waist. Oh, and then she did some in her mouth.
I know it's like a light scrub, but honestly, when I first saw this, I thought it was like one of those like teeth whitening things now that they have that you plug into your phone and then it glows up and then whitens your teeth.
And it just does rainbow now because everything's rainbow.
But awesome job, Yvie. She sold a full look with this. Next up is Shea Couleé serving you Yellow Sunflower. This look kind of reminds me of the look that she did for All Stars 5 and also a previous look of the Gold Tooth Fairy that she did on this season. I think that all three looks were great, but I have to say that this one out of the three is my favorite. We see the petals in the hair, we see the petals at the top of the dress, we see the petals at the bottom almost creating like a skirt around her, and we see also the petals on the boots as well, and also the backpack piece. This is very fun, very Josephine Baker, very showgirl almost, very Follies, and also very Roaring 20s. Fabulous job, Shea Couleé.
Everything you said is true. She looks like a sunflower queen that is here to just open every single bloom of every single sunflower in a field. Like pure Fantasia moment, which I love. That all said, I do wish she brought some of the light into her boots. Like when the lights went out, like just imagine some lights just like elongating like that body. Ugh.
Ooh, Milk is coming with the full critiques from start to end with the lights on and off.
I think this works in the dark the best. Everything lights up, you can still tell what it is. Brava, Shea, brava. Okay, do I introduce the next one? Next to the stage, we have the lovely Jinkx Monsoon serving burned at the stake gag. It's awesome. She looks incredible. She's obviously done more of a characterful face, and I think that works very, very well. This hair on her is gorgeous. The pearls could be a little bit more, I think. Not shaming her choice of jewelry, but could be a little bit more.
You're pearl shaming her.
Is there something on my face? And then the dress is gorgeous, and the way it lights up is gorgeous. Only one other little critique is I'm not sure about the rope around her. I understand the reference point. Everything about this look looks expensive as but the rope sort of, to the naked eye, sort of just looks like you went to Home Depot to just like get some rope to wrap around what is otherwise an amazing look. Not to go off on Jinkx, but she has been like giving me looks this season. Not her lip sync looks, but her like runway looks have been like really giving it to me.
Do you remember the lip sync she did with Raja where she was just going?
Was that when she was in that just like sort of grayish, greenish leotard?
I don't know, I don't remember. It was like an outfit that she was wearing and she was just like performing as if she was like a really drunk aunt at somebody's wedding. I think she looks fantastic as well. This sort of makeup is something we rarely see on Jinkx and I enjoy it. But honestly, when I first saw this, I thought she was an ice glacier too, just like Yvie. I don't know what's going on, girl, me and ice glaciers. And then she started explaining about how she's like a witch. I was like, okay, I see it. And then the lights went out. I enjoy that the glow up from the outfits, it's red so that it resembles the fire of her getting burned. And her laughing in the backtrack was really fun as well. It helped sell the character. Next up is Trinity the Tuck, and she is serving you Vegas Strip. Wow, this is a fantastic look. This look is heavy. This look is glowing. This look is proportionalized. She almost looks like a carnival. Something you absolutely see at nighttime in Vegas. All these colors are very fruity. They all complement each other. This is very whimsical and also very Australian drag as well. You know what? Kind of reminds me of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, where everything is just over the top. Very drag, very fun, and very campy at the same time too. This is a great look for Trinity.
I think this is one of those, I think it looks very expensive in the dark, and it probably looks a bit cheaper in the light.
Send her hate mails.
She go block me. I guess she blocks a lot of people. I don't think I'm blocked by her yet. I still see her stuff on Twitter. This runway really brought me back to like the Disney Electric Light Parade. Like that gay, just lights everywhere, music. Oh God, so good. Okay. Next to the stage, we are bringing Monét Exchange, giving us Star Queen Galaxy Supreme. I live for it. This looks incredible in the light. And that's what I really like. What we saw from TV was a little subtle. And so I do wonder what it looked like in person. And I bet it looked better. Like she looks head to toe so gorgeous. She must have been like on cloud. Do they have clouds in space?
I'm gonna have to agree and disagree with you about this one. I think she looks great. I think that this dress is beautifully constructed. I think it is well done. But I just feel like compared to the other girls and the full lineup of all the girls we've seen so far, this one felt underwhelming. For instance, with Shea Couleé, we saw Sunflower, we saw the petals. With Trinity the Tuck, we saw the Vegas Strip. With Yvie, we saw mushrooms / ice glaciers. With Raja, we saw an insect and the cage. With Jinkx, we saw a witch getting burned and then the fire. And even with some of the ones coming up, the Vivienne, we saw wings. But with this, I just feel like it's a dress that's in the colors of the galaxy. Again, I think she looks great, but it's just missing that fantasy, creative aspect to it.
I understand. There's not as much like existential thought, even though she is the universe and galaxy.
You know what I think would have pushed the look even more? If she brought the galaxy of the glitter throughout her entire body. Kind of like Bianca did it. I think it would have been more of a full concept look so that she's not just wearing a dress that's that color of the universe, but she's the actual universe. You know what I mean?
Yes, if she had just like this dark purple, black, shining glitter sort of all over. Wow, yes. I like that idea.
Yeah, so don't send me any hate, okay? It's just that it's not the best out of everybody.
Constructive.
Yeah. Otherwise, we will have to put the show behind a paywall too. Next up is Jaida Essence Host, serving you mermaid fantasy at the sea. Not gonna lie, when I first saw this, I thought this was an orange shrimp. But after the lights went out, I saw the mermaid, I thought she looked gorgeous. And I think that this is a top 2 look for me because it gave me a full fantasy. We see the wave in the back of her along with the hair, and also the wave at the bottom of her. Ariel the Mermaid who?
Like, again, I have to say I'm a big Jaida stan. This is not one of my favorite Jaida looks. In the light, I think this looked better than in the dark. In the dark, what shines through are sort of those lights that TikTok teenagers like string up around. When she was in the light, I think even the judges mentioned it. You could see like all of the like work that was put into, from the gloves to like the different style of sequins. If I saw her in a club wearing this, I'd go the f off. Just here, I don't know.
I think what we could have done with this look is, now that you mentioned it, with the lights that she has at the bottom, instead of going left, right, almost like a zigzag, I think she could have done scales instead. That's why probably when I first saw this, I was getting like shrimp or lobster because of the way that the shrimps and lobsters look.
Looking at this still that we had, I understood it. As it moved 360, I don't know. Next to the stage from Australia, we have the Vivienne. And she is giving us Angel of Life.
From Australia.
I don't think that's necessarily correct hair. In the light, not so much. These wings light up really well. The glowing didn't feel as fake, so I do commend her. But her boots don't light up. Like, I just don't understand. It looks good. What are your thoughts?
In conclusion, Milk wants to tell you that, well, you look good. You look good. I agree with you about the hair. It was missing something for me. When I first saw this, I was thinking she's like a white dove. So I thought, well, maybe because she could have had like a mohawk or something. And then she started talking about she's an angel. I was like, well, it's kind of missing something over here at the top of her hair still.
Maybe a halo, right?
Yeah, I was just about to go there. You stole my only one critique from her, Mel.
Damn it! I've been known to talk over people. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's missing a little halo for me. It's just to proportionalize out with her wings, her tall body, and her beautiful hips. I think it would have done it for me. And I also think that the pieces that's around her hips could have gone up just a little bit more to proportionalize out with her shoulders, and I think that would have been a great look. But nonetheless, this is a beautiful look for the Vivienne.
You're all about proportionalizing.
I think that if the Vivienne proportionalized out just a little bit more, she would have been in the top 2 for sure, because her roast was really funny.
Agreed, she is so funny.
Now that we're done with the looks, who is your favorite look out of all of these girls?
Hands down, Shea Couleé. I have a special place in my heart for Fantasia, and like I said, I think she definitely was giving really magical vibes. So Shea Couleé, yay, you're amazing.
I would have to say Yvie Oddly because her look was fully conceptualized. It is beautiful, it is unexpected from her, and also with the lights on and off, it still looks good.
Yes, I mean, Yvie looked so amazing. That color story was so gorgeous.
Now Milk, now that you're done giving your bootleg opinions, where can we find you?
Now that we have rested our onions, you can find me, my brand new website, bigandmilky.com. It's an amazing interactive website. You can have a lot of fun on there, play some music on there. That's where you can find all of the amazing content that I am sharing.
Ooh, that makes me want something milky real bad right now. And my name is Yuhua Hamasaki. You can find me on all platforms under that. Bye, Milk!
Bye, Yuha! Mwah!